back to the Brickanista Broadcast Network. And yes, that was my dog woofing in the background before we started. And today is Thrifty Thursday, and I'm Naomi, the Brickanista here in Seattle. And I am so stoked because this set that I'm going to be working on, as you know, I like Batman. So I'm playing around with some new music. I'm trying out this channel on Pretzel Rocks, and I think it's called Alternative Rock, or just Alternative Station. It's got this kind of cool mood to it. So I'm gonna work with this because the Dark Knight deserves kind of some mood music, I think. But yeah, so anyway, welcome back, and I am stoked because this set is based on the newest movie, The Batman. And if you have seen the movie, I don't want to give out any spoilers, but Selina Kyle, her character, I think, is played by Zoe Kravitz, and they really did a good job with, I think, her minifig. So I'm super excited about having a Selina Kyle minifig. And, you know, they don't usually have too many sets that are intellectual property like Batman and DC Comics that give you a nice quality set for that. Hey, Yin Yang 847, how's it going? Good to see you. In fact, I need to have you connect on Facebook as well as Brick Jedi. How are you, Yin Yang and Brick Jedi? Because we had our first meeting of the Brick Scouts on Zoom, and I would love for you to attend. And I'm scheduling a second one this Saturday. So if you can either send me a direct message on Instagram, or if you want to join the Brick Scouts Facebook page or Facebook group, then you'll get all the information. So the next one is going to be this Saturday at 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. I guess Eastern. I think both of you are, I think, on the East Coast. So yeah, if you're interested, I'll share with you what our plans are. I'm going to wait for a few more people to join, but yeah, it would be great because I listed you as some of the charter members because this idea came out from our discussion when on the May 12th. So that was 2 weeks ago. So May 12th, we had this discussion about the Brick Scouts. So we had a meeting, and we're going to be doing a new program. So I don't want to give it away just yet. I'll wait towards later in the program. But if you two have to drop, just let me know, and I'll fill you in. But anyway, this is the set we're working on today. This is the Batman set, and here's the front, actually. The thing I hate about Fred Meyer is that they put the sticker right on the front of the box. So if you're trying to collect these boxes, that's not the best place to shop because they'll put it right there, and it's not one of those stickers that you can just peel off. It's actually kind of like cement right on the front of the box. But I'm super excited because, as I mentioned, there is a Selina Kyle minifig in here, and Zoe Kravitz is Catwoman and Selina Kyle, and she does an amazing job in the movie. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, highly recommend you go out and see the movie and be a part of the whole fascination with the Batman. And Robert Pattinson, I don't know, I'm on the fence right now about his performance and him as a Batman. I still think Christian Bale is one of my favorite Batman characters. So I don't know. I'm still, jury's out. Jury's out on that. So Vicarious Brickstress, hey, how's it going? Aloha. How are you? So we are going to be working on this set. So let me transition to my down camera here. I'm trying some alternative mood music for the Batman because this is kind of a, you know, just the Batman whole genre is a little on the dark side. But this one comes with 2 motorcycles, which is cool. And then I'm very excited about the Selina Kyle character, and this is a bat signal, and supposedly it glows in the dark. I have not tried a stream yet where I've turned all the lights off, so it'll be interesting. Hey, Zach, how's it going? Great to have you here. In fact, Zach You, Brick Jedi, and Yin Yang are part of the original group that started the Brick Scouts 2 weeks ago. And we had a Zoom meeting on Tuesday, but I'm having another one this Saturday at 7 a.m. Pacific, which is 10 a.m. Eastern. Or for you, Zach, since you're Mountain, I guess it'd be 8 a.m. What do I think of Colin Farrell's role in the movie? I didn't even know that was Colin Farrell. It wasn't until after the credits rolled that I was like, are you kidding me? That was Colin Farrell? He did an amazing job. And I didn't even know it was him. Did you recognize him, or did you already know ahead of time? That was crazy. So anyway, so once again, 149 pieces, $14.99. So good deal for that. And if you love Batman like I do, it's looks like already a nice addition to your collection. But if you collect boxes, do not get this from Fred Meyer because they just destroy it. And this is, I've tried to tell them, if you have collectors coming in, like this is a small set, so it's not a big deal. But if you're getting a larger set, like a $90 set, you don't want this stupid sticker on the front. So they've got to do something, or just change the label type, So I have to ask Zach, did you fly back from, I think you were in Florida, right? I had no idea until after as well. Yeah, I know. That's how good he was. You had no idea it was Colin Farrell. And we're not going to tell people who the character was. No spoilers, but let's just say Colin Farrell's in the movie, and he's in a pretty prominent role, but they put so much makeup on the dude, you had no idea it was him. So anyway, if you were on a plane, you could open this set like this. The only problem is they don't let you have scissors, I think, on a plane anymore. So I think you'd have to get, I don't know if a brick separator would work. Might have to test that out. I may be on the road. Sorry about totally MIA since returning from a family trip. Oh, no problem. You're dealing with a horrible cold. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Okay, so we have 2 bag 1s. Awesome. And we have a bag 2. 2 bag 2s, I think. Yeah. So I think what you're seeing more and more is that Lego is starting to make kits that you can have multiple people working on at the same time. So I suspect that this is the same, except they only give you 1 instruction book. And there are some stickers in here. Ooh, there's the bat signal. That's pretty dope. That's pretty cool. Here, I'm going to zoom in a little bit more on that. Oh, wow. And they say it's glow in the dark, so I wonder if it's the sticker that's glow in the dark, or the piece, or both. We shall see. But yeah, so going back to having 2 different sets of packs, I'm just looking at this. Okay, so this is, yeah, so they gave you 2. So you notice this same kind of trend with those microfighters that they did for Star Wars. So I think they're doing this more and more with sets where they're just creating this and then 2 people can work on it at the same time. So this already just off the bat looks like something that you may want to do. So this one's the Batman, and then this other one is Selina Kyle. So since it's made this way, I think we're going to start with bag number 2. What do you say? Well, it's my show. I guess I can decide whatever I want. I'll try to get in contact with you soon to catch up. Yeah, that would be great. Oh, you can get my figs out. Oh yeah, for our trade. That would be super. I appreciate that. All right, so I am going to start on bag number 2, unless there's people here who really want bag number 1 done first. If this, I say it's my show, but clearly a lot of people contribute so much. I would have never come up with the Brick Scouts on my own, so I really have the chat to thank for that. Okay, I don't see any protest, so I think we're going to start with bag number 2. Oops, that's number 1. I'm going to start with bag number 2. Yeah, so Vicarious Brickstress was on the call, and we had, I think, 7 people who were there. And they asked for a reconfiguration of the Brick Scout mascot because they said when I had this like this with the, I guess, almost like horns, they said it looked angry. So they said you have to change it. So they said, why don't you make it smiling? So I did this first, but then I said that looks kind of weird, just like that. So I just added another brick. But we're gonna play around with this. This is probably not the final, but I just thought it was hilarious that people were concerned about the brick being too angry. I said, okay, I can roll with that if you want to change it. I'm not married to it. And by the way, news flash, they've announced the contestants for LEGO Masters Series 3, even though they won't be showing it for another, they won't be showing it for a while. Okay, so I think this is, it looks like, is that a 3x3? I think it's like an off size. It's like a 2.5 by 2.5. Whoa, what is that? What size is that? I guess it's like a 3x3. Anyway, so this is going to be the bat signal. So I'm stoked about that. Scooby in the background. Did you change the studio? Yeah, I changed it actually a little while ago. It was the last week of April, because that was the week I got hacked. And I soothe myself when I'm under stress by cleaning. So I joke with people that if I want to host a party or something someday, I need to make myself really stressed, so I'll clean a lot. So, but anyway, yeah. All right, so this looks interesting. This is like a standard black helmet. This black helmet here. Whoops. Oh, geez. I can't hold anything in it anymore. Yeah, black helmet, and it looks like I need to find the little piece. And I will do some knolling, Zach, don't worry. Whenever Zach and Hooded One are on the call, I'm always now pretty mindful about trying to knoll the pieces. Yeah, let me zoom out so you can see me knolling. The BBN studio looks great. Thank you. Actually, there's one more thing I need to do. I need to turn the lights on. Hold it. So I got these little fairy lights now that I put around the sign. It's not as obvious here. When I put myself on full screen, you'll see it more. But thank you. Yeah. And I am thinking about doing some other modifications in the future. TBD. We'll see how that goes. All right, since I found this, I'm going to go ahead and put this onto the helmet, which I like. This one is like a smoky gray. So let's see if I can get that on there. So you can see it's got that smoky gray. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, I've been thinking more and more about things I need to do to improve the studio. But now, once again, here. Now, I was talking about Zoe Kravitz is Catwoman in the movie. So it's nice having a person of color as a minifig for Catwoman. But I don't think... Oh, no, she does. I was looking for her... She does come with a head of hair. All right, where is it? Here it is. So she's got that, I think this is the same hair that they use in some of the, not the Ninjago sets, the Chinese New Year sets. It looks familiar. But she has this kind of haircut in the movie. It was a bummer to hear LM3 got pushed back. Yeah, but Remy and I have a surprise. I don't want to reveal it yet, but we will be having our guest for elves next week. That'll be the Brick Cove, Aubrey Kovach, and then we have a surprise for right after that. But we'll save it for Wednesday. So next Wednesday, we'll tell you all about it. That's why we took a break, and also I think I may have mentioned that my new job, I have to be on calls from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock on Wednesday, the fourth Wednesday of the month. So that's why, remember a couple weeks ago, we had the Speed Champions discussion. And the Speed Champions discussion, I made sure that there were lots of guests and Remy could continue on without me. So yeah, and apparently we have this chain that Selina Kyle gets to have, because you got to travel with a chain when you're driving a motorcycle. Now these look like interesting pieces. I don't think I've seen these before, where it's got this little ridge here. In fact, I know I haven't seen this, so this may be a new part. You get two of them. Like I said, I'm going to just do some quick knolling. Okay, so going back to Lego Masters Season 3, now that it's public, even though we already knew this because we saw the photos, is my friend Brick and Nick is on. And Brick and Nick, as you know, is part of the Brick Relay on Twitch. And he is on the show and finally was able to make an announcement. It's like the poor cast members, they keep them, you know, gagged until they can officially make an announcement. Even though they did that little trailer, you know, when they were going to broadcast the show in June. The poor cast is like, when are we going to be able to tell people? Another person who's on the show is, I believe, Liz Puleo, or Puleo. I'm not sure how she pronounces it, but she, I know through Sortlug. She's on Sortlug quite a bit, so she's on the show as well. I'd wondered about Wednesday's show if there'd be a change up in the show being delayed. Yeah, no, we have a surprise. I'm trying to not reveal it just yet, because I'm hoping to line up a couple different individuals, or at least one that I know who could help us out with that show. So like I said, I don't want to spill the beans just yet. Oh, looks like I got a second one of these visors. So that's cool. Yeah, I'm glad you liked that Wednesday show. Yeah, the Wednesday show is something that we just started, What, When, Why Wednesdays, kind of in preparation, because we were going to do the not the spoiler show. What am I'm thinking? It's I guess it is a spoiler show. It's a review show. So we were planning to do the review show immediately after, but then they said, we're not going to broadcast. And I feel really bad for Jen. If you know Jen from season 2, Jen Smart, she had planned to do a big premiere of Lego Masters Season 3 in Utah and was going to fly in people and everything. And yeah, so that's a bummer. That is a bummer that she had to postpone that. You know, it's kind of like they get us all hyped up and then they say, no, we changed our minds. So, what a tease, right? Yeah, but I'm glad you like the Wednesday show format. And it's kind of interesting because, you know, the whole idea of What, When, Why Wednesdays is to introduce people to other things besides just building a set. So many of you know, or some of you may not know this, but Panfred Nudo and some other people have been interviewed by Mora Moore. So Mora Moore asked to interview me, and I was on his show last Saturday. And I had mentioned in the show that my stream is very different. And I know Yin Yang, for example, he's been on Twitch with me before, and Zach and a few others. So I tend to stream more on YouTube because part of it is I don't stream for like 5 hours at a time. There's a lot of Twitch streamers that stream for a long time, and I can't do it. Not by myself. That's why I had guests on for my anniversary stream, which was in September, which, by the way, is coming up in a couple months. I can't believe it's coming up soon. Okay, this looks like another new piece. is, look at this. It's got a tube, and it's got like a pin bottom. Here, let me see if I can zoom in. See, it's got a pin bottom, and then it's got like a nail head top that's hollow. So it's a little different. Too bad for Jen. Yeah, she's super nice. Exactly. Oh, she was at Brick Rodeo. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I was sad to hear that, because, you know, people do a lot of planning. That's what Remy and I were doing, is we said, okay, we're going to do a couple episodes for a month, and then we're going to go right into Lego Masters Season 3, because that would have been next week. But alas, no. Denied. We were denied just like everybody else. All right, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit for this. We're actually building the bat signal first. So I'm really glad we're starting with bag number 2. Yeah, I know, it's a bummer. It is a bummer that, you know, these ad executives, they don't think about, you know, some people actually have extreme fandom for this show. And they want to do all these, you know, cool things. And they mess up our plans. But I think in our case with Remy and Brick Literacy, we started brainstorming about what other content we could do, and we're very excited because, like I said, we'll announce it soon. I know I'm being such a tease. I'm sorry, but you were gonna tune in anyway. So we'll just make it a nice surprise. We'll announce it next week on the 1st when Aubrey's on the show. And Aubrey doesn't know either. So we're keeping it hush-hush. We're keeping it very, very on the down low. You're getting Star Wars sets vibe. Lots of black and gray. Yeah, black and gray, but also the fact that they're doing it as 2 separate builds, so you can have 2 people working at the same time. So yeah. Yeah, but yeah, definitely Star Wars, Batman, same color palette. So, I guess I could, oh, you know what? I'm supposed to do that monochrome build, you know, where it becomes color. Because I noticed 9 Brick City has been posting photos of all of the bricks that she's getting ready to send out. And I'm like, oh, I better get on that. I better get on that if I want one of those Brickmaster bricks. She is super nice, and it was great that she kicked off our show. She was the first guest we had on What, When, Why Wednesdays, and we talked about the Brickmaster 2022. You agree with Brick Jedi, though? Pretty interesting variety of parts. Yeah. Yeah, these parts are rad, and this reminds me of the build on the Jurassic Park Dr. Wu's lab. That one's also a pretty good value. That one's only $20, and it has some really cool parts there. So now this is interesting that it has this swivel motion, so I'm not sure what's going on there, but yeah, and it's $14.99, and you get these. I put this ingot on here, which is in dark gray. I'm pretty sure that's dark gray, yeah. Usually, you know, you don't see it in this color, so that's another cool thing. So yeah. But going back to planning shows, as you know, I've been doing Thrifty Thursday for well over a year now, and I've kept this format. And when I was on More and More's show, I was mentioning to him that, you know, I didn't grow up in a rich family, so I didn't have very much Lego. And this is trying to inspire people that, you know, you could buy a set like this, still get a lot of enjoyment, and not have to spend a lot. Because you see a lot of people posting these $300 sets, and there's a lot of people there that can't afford $300, you know? Okay, so now this is a tricky part. And this is, look at this logo for glow in the dark. So they have light and dark. And this, okay, this, I'm saying this is tricky because they want you to put this, and I think this might be okay because if you look at the tubes, that this is supposed to go directly in the middle of those tubes. So that gives you a chance to rotate it a little bit. So if you don't get the alignment exactly right, you're probably going to be fine. But there have been times where I have put a sticker on first, and because of, you know, how you mount this, that it would be off. Volume seems a little low. Oh, okay. All right, let me crank it up. I actually hold up. I'm using another microphone, so that might be it. Okay, how about this? Is this better? The only problem is when I turned it up this loud, I could hear a hissing in the background. Is that better? Are you talking about my volume, or are you talking about the volume also of the music? Because I'm using headphones today so that I could hear what you're hearing. So I'm hoping I'm loud enough. I've got a Yeti microphone right here, but I also am talking in this direction because okay. Well, I haven't heard, volume seems a little, okay. I haven't heard anything back yet, so I'm guessing it's probably okay. Okay, so I need, let's see, what do I want to use for this? Because now we have a sticker, and should I use Windex? Remember, my new technique is using an axle. It sounds better now? Okay. Okay, well, thanks for letting me know. Because I was looking, and this is why it always goes back to, you know, what is it that you need to use to make sure things are correctly set up. And I'm using a new microphone, so. Okay, so this is important because if you look at the sticker, it's a see-through sticker. It's a trans sticker, but it's got the logo on it. Okay, so now I've got to be really careful. See if I can do this. I'm going to be quiet for just a moment. That's pretty good. I'm going to say that's pretty darn good. So like I said, I like to use the axle because I can rotate around it. Okay, so now that we know that it goes onto I guess, glow-in-the-dark tile, and it's got that kind of that trans piece on it. And then this goes here, and this is what I was worried about the sticker placement, but because it can rotate, it's okay. So this is the glow-in-the-dark part, yes. So I'm wondering, should I go ahead and turn the lights off? see how well this works? Hopefully I can get this pretty dark. Okay, I'm gonna go for this. Does using an axle have an advantage? I've been using it recently. Part of it is because since it's an axle, when you attach the sticker, it only attaches to like one little ridge. It doesn't attach like to a rod. Yeah, but I've been using axles now for a little bit because everybody else now is using Windex, so I had to mix it up. Okay, I'm going to start turning lights off. So we're going to have to see. Let me zoom in on this and see if that makes a difference. We can see what it looks like in the dark. Okay. All right, let's move that out of the field. Okay, I'm going to start turning some lights off. I'll be back. One more light. Let's see. I probably need to turn the light off on my computer, but it's kind of glowing a little bit. I think you need to add a blue light. Or maybe, let me see if I activate it. Sometimes I think these glow-in-the-dark things, sometimes you like need to shine like a bright light on it and then turn the light off. I don't know. What do you think? Jury's still out on this one. Could be too. My down camera just can't adjust to it because it's too dark. I can kind of see it from my view. Here, I'll bring it up to the camera a little bit. I was expecting it to be a little more striking, but I also have some ambient light from the computer as well. Okay, well, we tried that out. All right, let me turn some lights on. Start with this one. And then I think I can maybe get by with just 2 lights. Turn on this backlight. Okay, that didn't come across as much as I'd like to on the stream, but it is kind of cool. So that is the bat signal. And it does rotate on this pin, so you don't have to worry about alignment. But I think I did a pretty good job on that sticker. I'm getting better. All right, so that is the glow-in-the-dark sticker. And then we have these Technic pins, or Technic pieces. Yeah, I think this channel was perfect for a Batman show. Like... Now, this says a cone goes here, but I don't think this is the right one. What am I looking for? Well, maybe it is. Well, you see how it's got an axle on one side, but this cone, oh, okay, it does fit. I was worried. Wasn't quite fitting the way I thought it would. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so there's a lot of, like Brick Jedi said, there's a lot of really good pieces in here. Like these silver cones too. Those are nice. Does light help make it more bright, like those glow-in-the-dark stars? Yeah, maybe. It could also be, it might glow in the dark more with a blue light. I'm not sure their definition. But according to the photo, this photo doesn't say anything about blue light, right? It's like light or dark, you can see it. And you could kind of see it too. I mean, the lighting in here maybe was not optimal. The person who I would ask is Yano. So Yano's been on this show before. She and I have done the, since we were talking about review shows earlier, we did a Lego Masters Season 2 review show. So, have you scoped any new JP sets for Thrifty Thursday? Yeah, there's not a lot for $20 or less for Jurassic Park, unfortunately. That's the one thing. But you know what I'm thinking about doing? I don't think anybody's done this yet. Is a Jurassic Park T-Rex brickhead. I think we need to do that. I'm sure somebody has done it, but I haven't seen it in the stores. Okay, so there's your bat signal. That's very cool. And the fact that it's glow in the dark, so if you've got this set up and then it kind of glows in the dark. I think part of it is my camera. This is just a cell phone that I'm using for my down camera. If I had a better quality camera, it might actually work better. So we might try this again at the end of the show, because I might use my front camera as a down camera to see how it looks in the dark. So we'll play around with it. Okay. Yeah, the last time I did a Jurassic Park Thrifty Thursday set was the Dr. Wu's Breakout Lab. And there's not a lot out there for that price point. That's unfortunate, because I really think that they need to, you know, try to make it more accessible to people. I would love to see that. Okay, so we got a grappling hook. Awesome. So Batman always has a grappling hook. And oh, okay, I see. So remember earlier I put this clip here? So we had this clip for the bat boomerang, I guess, and then this is for the other weapon. Though it doesn't seem to make sense, because why would you put this right next to the bat signal? Because usually Commissioner Gordon is using the bat signal to bring on Batman, right? Brickheads, those fun for when you have a build craving. Yeah, in fact I have this one that I built for Lena Inverse, and I still have just a few more pieces, but I finished most of the crown. I had those dark blue, but I was able to find some light blue. I'm missing one. I just need one. I need 2 of the brown here, and I just need a 2x2 sand. Which one is it? See, they're pretty close. Yeah, this one's the correct one. This one has dark gray at the moment, but it's pretty close. But once I get those parts together, it's complete. It looks pretty amazing. There's a JP poly bag. Oh, okay. Okay, maybe I'll use that for next month's poly bag project. That would be cool. Okay, so this is the first half of bag number 2. So this is where you get the spotlight, and you have some of these tools. The placement of the tools is questionable. Not sure why they're doing that, but and seize the day. I will look for that polybag, Zach. Thanks for letting me know. You probably remember I had a couple people from the polybag project on. I still have to take photos. I'm so bad. Okay, here are those new pieces. I have not seen these before. So this looks dope. This is gonna be the chassis, looks like, for this motorcycle. And then we have these down brackets, 1x2 down brackets. Oops. Studs not on top. Yeah. And you're right, it's a Star Wars vibe. A lot of black, dark gray. No brickhead looks good. Okay, or nice. Nice brickhead looks good. Thank you. Yeah, I did that live on the show last Sunday. Yeah, because one of the things I have on my points for Twitch is that if you reach, I think, 20,000 or 30,000, I made it hellaciously big. If you reach that point, then I'll make something for you. And that's what Lena asked for. Wanted a brickhead of the wise old man. Okay, why am I not finding another ingot? So my lights are off. Like, alright. I'm sure I've got another ingot in here somewhere. Is it an ingot? Oh, maybe it's not an ingot. Okay, let me zoom in on this. What is that? It is an ingot. Okay. I'm supposed to have 2 of those. See, I did such a good job knolling, but I don't see a second ingot, because I used the other ingot here on this. Maybe this wasn't supposed to be an ingot. So I have another ingot here. Am I supposed to have 3 ingots? I'm not seeing 3 ingots here. Alright, let's keep looking. Keep looking. Keep looking. Aha! There we go. We have it. I think one problem is I like this mat, but it's so dark. And if I'm working in the dark and I'm working with dark pieces, it's kind of hard to find things. There we go. So you can see my field of view. Alright, so going back to sick parts. Here's another one of these brackets. It's shaped kind of like a boat. So this is going to go here. That's interesting. Check Target, that's where you got yours. Oh, okay. Okay, well, I'm glad you said that. This is why I was mentioning to more and more when I got interviewed. I said, part of the reason why I stream is that I learned so much from the chat. That a lot of times, like the brickhead I was working on last Sunday, I mean, I could build it on my own, but by using or building it with the chat, they gave me ideas on how to do things. Matthew builds bricks. Hey, how are you? Thought you'd drop in by before you open your birthday presents. That's right. Happy birthday. That's right. Today it's Matthew's birthday because he's in the UK. Did you get my box? Did my box arrive in time? Because I was checking the tracking this morning and it said it was en route, but I don't know if you actually got it yet. And by the way, if you are available, Matthew, this Saturday we're having another meeting on Zoom of the Brick Scouts. And I don't know if I told you about it, but the Brick Scouts was started on my Thursday stream 2 weeks ago, and we are going to be doing something fun. In fact, maybe now is a good time to tell people, now that we have kind of a critical mass in the chat. And Vicarious Brickstress was there. We had 7 people, and one of them was actually from Melbourne, Australia. So I said, okay, we are officially international. So it did. Oh, good. I'm glad my package arrived. That's awesome. Just in time for your birthday. Yes, happy birthday. Okay, I'll do a quick song. Let me put this on, and then I will go full screen because I know you probably are just popping in real quick. Okay, let's do full screen and wish Matthew a happy birthday. Hello everybody, we're here to wish Matthew Builds Bricks a happy birthday. He's in the UK and it looks like it's really early in the morning for you because you're what, 8 hours ahead? So we'll just sing a quick song for you. Happy birthday to you. Actually, let me turn this music off for a moment. This music is really dark. Okay, we're just going to do that temporarily. Okay, let's do this again. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Matthew. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Happy birthday, Matthew. Hope you have a great day. Thanks for dropping in. And if you're interested in the Brick Scouts, in fact, I'll just do this right now while the music's off because the music is kind of dark. So what we're doing is we are the Brick Scouts, and what we're doing is we are going to be building little mini boxes in rainbow colors for the month of June. They'll be 6x6 boxes. You can design them how you like with colors of the rainbow, and then you're going to put a message inside the box, very similar to how rock groups, they paint a rock and on the bottom of the rock it has a message. Well, this one will be a note inside, and inside the box it'll say play well, and I gotta remember what it all says. It says like play well, keep or rehide, brought to you by the Brick Scouts, hashtag Brick Scouts. And what we're doing is we're just spreading joy to the world and just to a stranger. So you make the box, you put the box in some random place, take a photo of it, and then hashtag Brick Scouts, post it. And then who knows, maybe somebody who's also into social media will start looking for the Brick Scouts and also post, I got your box and thank you, or it made my day. And it was something that we decided on at that Tuesday meeting, and what we're going to do is repeat that on this Saturday and get some more feedback too. But super excited. That's going to be our first initiative. It's, I guess, called Build a Box. Build a box and leave it anonymously to bring joy to people. So we're super excited about it. So the assignment is, if you want to do this, do 4 boxes for the month of June, so 1 a week, and then do this post, and then just see what happens. Oh, okay. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. How oi how oli la hanaoi e Matthew, which I think means happy birthday in Hawaiian. But yeah, so for those of you who weren't able to make the meeting, I also created a Facebook group. So you can join the Facebook group, just look for Brick Scouts. And this is different. And I realized when I was driving today that we do challenges all the time, right? I do the weekend brick limit challenge, we do the rebrick this challenge, but we only really share that with our group. We don't share it to a broader audience. And by doing this, this is actually going to be really cool because what we're doing is we're spreading joy to the world using Lego, not expecting anything in return, just to, and we have so much Lego. I mean, so many of us have large collections that we can afford to make 4 little boxes and leave them in the community and put a little, nice note there. And some people may keep the bricks, or some people may decide to re-hide this in another location, which I think would be super cool. Wouldn't it be cool to see if a box ends up, like say if you leave it, one thing I thought I might do is I might leave one near an airport somewhere, like in the entrance of an airport, and then see if somebody takes it to another place, which would be fun. Let's see, am I going somewhere in June? I am. I am going to go to Santa Clara or San Jose, the San Jose airport for Bricks by the Bay. So there you go. So I think I'll be taking one with me to the airport and leaving it somewhere. It'll be fun. Anyway, more details if you want to learn more. I have some more details on my Discord server, and I also have it on the Brick Scouts page. So this is a whole new kind of way of doing things. And the other thing I like about this is we're going to try to model it similar to how the Scouts of America do things, or just Scouts in general. I shouldn't say of America because it's international, where you can earn patches for doing certain assignments. And when you do challenges right now, like I'm doing Weekend Brick Limit, it's kind of like, okay, for the month of June, do this. For the month of July, do this. But what's kind of cool is that if you do this and just do it for the sake of being a way to brighten somebody's day. And yeah, be careful about leaving boxes at the airport. Yeah, actually, I've even thought about leaving the box kind of half open so that people can see that there's a note inside. So I would be pretty stoked to find a box. Good idea. Yeah, it's so fun. The way that we were brainstorming about this in this meeting is that we were talking about the poly bag. There's a poly bag out there that has a tulip and a heart-shaped box and it's some little brick-built candies that you put inside the box. And we were saying, well, you don't have to make it heart-shaped because that's a special plate you have to have. So let's just make it a square box, 6x6. Everybody can find 6x6 plates, or you can kind of make the top. If you don't have a 6x6 plate, you can stitch it together and then put tiles on top or what have you. So yeah, great idea, but it could be a safety issue. Okay, I will not leave it at the airport. I might leave it at the hotel though. I could do that, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, in this day and age, it's true that everybody's so panicked about things like that. It's like, why can't we just do something nice? Anyway, so that's the task. For the month of June, we're going to leave boxes. And then if somebody comes in later in the year and they want to be part of the Brick Scouts, it's like, here are some choices. This is what we did in June. This is what we're doing in July. And then you can, decide, yeah, I want to earn the patch for the box building, or I want to earn the patch for whatever July we're doing. And right now they're digital patches, just to be clear. They're not like sewn on patches. We have talked about the brick patches that are coming out from the Dots line. So that might be something in the future, but right now we're making them digital. You're going to leave mine by a Lego store. Oh, great idea. That sounds like fun. Yeah, I think there's a lot of opportunities there. So you got to make sure you take a photo of the box so we know you did it, and the location. and then just put hashtag Brick Scouts, because you don't want to have to, we were talking about if we give it to somebody, then it might make them uncomfortable. So we're deciding that we're just going to leave it as something that somebody can find. So I think that's kind of cool. And yeah, so that's the plan. Okay, I'm going to put on this dark music again and go back to building. But yeah, that's so much fun. It's a great group in the community, and especially I wanted to thank people here who are Thrifty Thursday people, because I had talked about this on a Wednesday show and I kept getting all of this, negativity, and I was like, this is definitely more of a Thursday show. We have a different audience on Thursday. People on Thursday were so excited and enthusiastic, and the people on Wednesday, a lot of them were, making snide comments and like, oh yeah, you don't want to do that when you're drunk. And I'm thinking, we're just trying to be nice here. What's with all of this? I just think it's interesting. But that's why I love this Thursday group. You guys are very positive. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna go back to the build. And that's great. I'm glad Matthew got his gift on his birthday. Nathan Sawada left little human figure builds hugging fence posts. Oh, cool. Leaning against trees and the like. And oh, the faces of the people who discovered them was fantastic. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that we're looking to do. I think it's interesting because I was having a discussion about trolls. People who come onto people's streams just to, cause trouble and part of it is they're attention seekers, but yet they don't want to take the time to do a stream of their own. They just want to ruin somebody else's stream. And I've had a couple of trolls where I've had to boot them, and I'm just thinking, why are you wasting everybody's time? Like, if you really want attention, just start your own stream. And I think part of it is that they're it's work, and they don't want to do the work. So let's ruin somebody else's stream instead. Yeah, so I've got this whole new outlook when it comes to trolls. It's kind of like, if you want attention, start your own stream. And you can badmouth whatever you want on your own stream. But that's why I really appreciate people here, because you lift me up and you inspire me and encourage me, and that means a lot. It means more than you know. So I know that just giving your time, being able to just, watch and share and add your ideas. Sometimes you put in puns and jokes and such. So yeah, it's nice, really nice. Okay, we have I'm just trying to see the position of this. I think it's going this way. So we have a rocker hinge coming in here with a rocker plate that's going to go on top. Hopefully I'm doing this the right direction. Yeah, if you leave a box near a Lego store, a Lego employee might find it, and or there might be, other people saying, "What is this?" Oh, look, you can keep it or you can re-hide it somewhere. Another cool place might be the grocery store, because the grocery store is kind of like you're just shopping and getting some things for yourself, and you find a Lego box. That might be kind of cool. Yeah, lots of creative ideas I'm sure are going to come out of this. And once again, that wasn't my idea. That kind of came out of the group. We were just talking about what can we do, and that's what I love, is the dynamics of how a group who has a shared vision can come up with some amazing things. Okay, we have another sticker, so I'm going to use my axle method again. And okay, sticker number 3. Alright, so it looks like this is... Now this is black on black, so it's like getting the alignment might be kind of rough. And I'm going to bring my light over here because I don't have as much light. Let me just bring this light over here so I can work better. Let's see. Wow. It's still... Let me see if I can adjust this. Hold up. Yeah, I know that it's gonna look kind of weird in the frame, but oops, all right, I gotta say it. Oh no! Thankfully, this isn't that big. All right, we're gonna try a different method. Let's try this light this way. Wow. Nope, this is not cooperating. Like I said, black on black is not easy. Alright, let's try this. Let's try this and see if I can do this. And the other reason why I like using the axle is that you can lift the sticker up if you have it misplaced, because you have enough tension. This sticker is not easy. Let's see. That's not too bad. Oops, sorry. Out of the field. That's because my camera angled. There we go. With all that, with my light falling off, it pulled the cable on the camera. Okay, that's not bad. I can live with that. Yeah, that's not bad at all. But you can see it's hard because you've got black on black. And when you have low lighting conditions, it's makes it a little more difficult. But I'm up for the challenge. And this is a $14.99 set too. You gonna try that technique next time I have to put a sticker on? Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, let me know if that works. Because like I said, what I love about it is that you can rotate this back and forth, and you can lift it up because you have more leverage. So that's why with a flat edge, like on a brick separator, you don't have the ability to like turn, so it gets stuck to the edge and trying to move it back and forth. Yeah, so like I said, try that. Let me know. Let me know. Okay, so this goes like this into here. Ooh, geez. Oh man, this is one of those days. This is one of those days today. All right. I think this goes back to when you're streaming, it's best to leave things on a flat surface. All right. Let's see if we can put this back together. But it's Lego. So Lego, fortunately, easy to rectify. But I was mentioning this to on my interview when I was talking to More and More. I said, you know, when you're doing a set, you can talk to the chat, you can read the directions, and it's a lot easier. And you still have to hold, you know, things for the camera and do all this. Oh, Max Braun is here. Hey, Max. How's it going? You're also one of the inaugural members of the Brick Scouts. We were just talking about how my Thursday stream is one of my favorites. That is kind of cool. This little rocker hinge. I guess we're still figuring out. I'm building the Selina Kyle one at the moment. Okay, so they did say to put this rocker hinge down. I know how far down. And then we have these two. How are you doing, Max? You doing okay? By the way, I will be vicariously in Brick Chicago. I just found out that the Women's Brick Initiative is going to do a collab based on something that Dr. Kat and I had talked about doing some aquarium builds. So they're going to do that at Brick World. I know you're not going, but if you were to go to Brick World, you would see that. So even though I'm not going to physically be there, I'm going to be part of the collab. Women's Brick Initiative collab. Okay, this is where now these cool new parts. I think at least they're new to me. I'm not sure if they're really new, but they're new to me. These are going in here. These side pieces. Okay, looks like they're gonna, I guess we're gonna put the wheel in here in a little bit and secure it down. You're here, I'm here, I'm nowhere near. Get used to it. Well, you know, you're near a few friends of mine over in Minnesota. I haven't noticed your accent. Do you say Minnesota with the long O, like the Canadians do a long O? A boot. All right, there we go. All right, so we've got this cool tire, and we got another one. Let's see. Here's the second one. Feels like I've been missing a lot of my streams, of your streams. Oh, that's okay. You drop in when you can. No biggie. Yeah, I mean, there's other people who I haven't seen in a while, but, you know, it's always great when you come back. But you were here for the inauguration of the Brick Scouts. So you can say there were, I think, only 10 people that I counted. And you, PT, and Doc Sampson, like, showed up right at the end. So you just squeaked in. There we go. So you can see we got this wheel going down. Oh, I'm just wondering, does it matter? I guess it doesn't really matter. Just looking at about the, there's, you know, this spoke side and then the ugly side. That's the one thing I don't like about some of these wheels, is that I would like them to be symmetrical. So, but not the case here. You betcha. I'm sure I used the long O. You betcha. I think we're required by law here. Yeah, maybe. That's a cool looking little motorcycle there. And that piece, that two of these kind of U looking shape. And those, you know, those are pretty fat wheels and a pretty low center of gravity, so it stands up pretty well. All right, we got another sticker coming in soon. Okay, so we have this little bucket, and we're supposed to put a gem in here. And it looks like they give us a spare, so I'm going to go ahead and put the spare in there. And we should have a 2x2, which I hope didn't fall. It may have fallen when I had that little... Yeah, it looks like it may have fallen down. Let me just check real quick. If not, I can easily replace it. Yeah, I had a little disaster when my when my thing fell. All right, I think it's a 2x2 tile in gray. Yeah. So I should have one in gray. Please don't tell me I don't have one in gray. Yeah, there we go. Dark gray. I think that's right. There are all those different shades of gray. No pun intended, but there are some unusual shades. I could have sworn I had a whole bag of these. Maybe they're in another... Hold up. No, there's a purple. Aha. Okay, so I have a massive bag of these, but I just wanted to show you the shade color. Alright, so check this out. See? They're both supposed to be dark gray, but this one on the left is slightly brown. I don't know if you could tell from this. Let me see if I can zoom in a little. Turn the light on. This might be better. Can you see that slight color change? It's like slightly brownish on this one, and this one's the dark gray, and this is the yeah. So you can see we don't want that brownish one. We want this one. Taro Canutinen's here. Hey, Taro. We were just talking about people we haven't seen in a while. We didn't name you specifically, but you mentioned it in Discord, so it's good to see you. Yeah, and I did talk with Prayer Warrior. He just said that I hadn't responded to something he had posted on Discord, and I said, I'm sorry. I don't go on Discord as often as I should. Alright, so anyway, we made that little crate. How are you? How is everything in Finland? If you join the Brick Scouts, you would be our Finland connection. And if you were on Discord, I posted a whole set of meeting notes there from our meeting. So you can see this is what we got. We got this crate. We got this. Let me zoom out a little. And I've got this alternative music on because we're doing a Batman set. So, okay, we have now sticker number 4. And like I said, I'm using this method where I use an axle, because the axle, since it has these little ridges, the sticker attaches to one of the ridges, and you can peel things on and off with some control. So Brick Jedi said he was going to try this the next time he has to put a sticker on. But I was just mentioning that this is something I've been doing now, because if you have a flat edge, you can't always move the sticker as easily. So that's why I've started using axles. And a longer axle also gives you more control. So let's see how this is. That's not too bad. It's a little bit close to the top edge, but it's a crate, so I'm not going to worry about it. But that's still pretty good. Okay, so we've got the crate, we've got this, and we've only halfway through the set. I think that's it for Selina Kyle. So this one comes with the Selina Kyle minifig, and this one is from the new movie The Batman, and I really like her styling, because it's interesting too, just kind of different generations of Catwoman, that she has this kind of androgynous hair, and in the movie, you know, oh, I forgot to mention the torso print. That the torso print is pretty nice too. You can see that. It's got that shimmery kind of silver, and she's got a waist. That's the thing about minifigs versus mini dolls, is that you kind of have to imagine a waist with one of these. And oh, this is something I didn't notice. Oh, the belt buckle. That's a nice belt buckle. I thought it was an initial when I first saw it, but you can see she's got that catsuit zipper. Pretty cool. Okay, so we've done bag number 2, and now we're gonna go do the Batman. And we only have, it looks like, a few extra pieces, though technically we have one more because I put the extra gem inside of here. So she's, I guess, a cat burglar, and we also had this extra windscreen piece. Okay, all right, so now we can work on bag number 1. But yeah, so I was mentioning earlier before you joined, Taro, that my Thursday stream is one of my favorites. as people are so positive here. Very positive group of people. Not that I don't like my other streams, but I tend to get more trolls on my other streams for some reason. Maybe because they're earlier in the day. Like my my stream on Wednesday with Remy is now at 6 o'clock, so it's 3 hours earlier. And part of that is we wanted to get a bigger audience, but there's a trade-off, right? When you have a bigger audience, you get more trolls. It's just the way things work. Oh, I just noticed there look like two heads are in here. What? How did this happen? Huh. I thought we only had 2 minifigs. Well, this one is typical for when you wear the cowl. So I guess they decided not to do a double. No, it's double. No, it isn't double. No, it is double. Okay, I don't get it. I don't understand why they have 2 heads in here. Usually they just have one head for one when he's wearing the cowl and one when he's not. Unless, is there another character in here I didn't know about? Okay, we'll see. We'll see when the mystery's solved. And then, of course, we have the cape. I really like these boxes. I really like when they put these boxes with the capes inside. This one's a little different because it only has the 1 hole. Some of the other capes have 2. Double expressions, I guess. Yeah, that is weird. Very weird. All right, so we're gonna start with this Batman minifig. Oops, actually I can't do that until I knoll, right? I gotta be good about knolling. Yeah, I'm trying to be better. Trying to be better about knolling. So my impulse is to just go ahead and start diving in, but yeah, I'm trying to be better about it. So practice makes perfect, right? So good news about this set. So this set's $14.99. You get 2 minifigs. You get 2, it looks like 2 expressions or heads for the Batman. And overall, some really good pieces too. Especially the brackets. Like this piece too. This curved bracket that you see in a lot of cars. And this one actually has the inverse 1x3 that you see in Unikitty sets too, but in dark gray. So that'll be interesting to see how that's going to be used. This is that bracket piece that we used in the last motorcycle. So this is definitely something also that I think is a really cool piece. And this one has some curved pieces, a lot of black. Kind of like what Zach was saying earlier. It's like, can you tell the difference between this and a Star Wars set? If you were to just look at the colors? Probably not. But we joke about it, but it's kind of true. We have only this yellow and this tan over here, and this dark tan. A couple of grates. That's kind of cool. Oh, this piece. I'm starting to really love this piece. It's a upward bracket, I guess a 1x1 upper bracket with 2 vertical snot. I don't know if that's the actual name, but I'm describing it. And for those of you who just joined, I'm trying out a new channel for music because this is a Batman set, so I was looking at something, it says alternative, and this one's a little more cheerful than what we've been listening to. The other parts have been a little darker. Now this is interesting, that pin that we saw in the other, so it's got the pin on the one side and then this like a nail head, a hollow nail head on the other. So like I said, trying something new with the music. not bad. But when I sang happy birthday to Matthew, I didn't want that music in the background because it's just kind of weird. So yeah, today was Matthew's birthday, and I sent him a gift. As you know, he and I have been doing gift exchanges for a little over a year now. Actually, it'll be 2 years now that I think about it. It'll be 2 years in, it's in December, I think. Yeah, yeah, so it's like a little tradition we have going. And I was so glad he got his gift on time, because I sent it only a week ahead of time last Friday, and I said, yeah, I'm not sure if it's going to get to you in time, but it did. It did. Just shows you that things can work. The U.S. mail, I think things are getting better too now that restrictions have been lifted. Things have gotten a little bit better. Okay, I think I've done some satisfactory knolling, hopefully. You knolling experts out there. Alright, so let's work on the minifig. I will say that this cape is a lot easier when you only have the one hole to deal with. You don't have to do the wraparound. It's probably better for manufacturing too, is my best guess. Okay, and we got the Batman cowl going. There's our Batman. Okay, I'll zoom in so you can see the minifig. That's a pretty nice torso print. You can see that there's like this glow from the silver. And then on the back, the belt buckle back there. That's pretty nice. And look at this. Oh, I thought for a minute. No, that's just a shine from your light. I thought there was something actually on the hand. I was like, oh, that's new, but nope, that's nothing. It's this shiny, shiny reflection. Do you have a favorite Batman movie? Ooh, The Dark Knight, probably. I think that's the one with Heath Ledger, right? Yeah, that one. It's so sad that he died shortly after that movie. I mean, he was just so on point as the Joker with that movie. I just, Batman Returns is pretty good too. I think The Batman has another kind of vibe to it, which I think is kind of cool because they show Batman more as a detective, which you didn't really see in previous movies. He was, you know, like they have him look at a crime scene. They usually have him coming in, you know, to like this, the Penguin's up to trouble right now. We need your help, Batman. Whereas this one is kind of like he's deciphering things. And I don't want to give it away, but it's a pretty dark movie. And they said that they really kept to the style of the old detective novels, because that's kind of how he got his start, right? As far as a character. Okay, so you notice the difference between this one and the Selina Kyle is they added this 1x2 in the middle. So that's a difference. And then they're stitching it together with a 2x3. Batman, please go punch some bad guys, okay? Yeah. Yeah, he did such a great job with the Joker. I know, and it's so sad that, you know, he had so much potential. Just so sad. And just like I've been talking about, I've been watching Peaky Blinders a lot. And one of the actors, Helen McCrory, who plays Polly, I just found out she passed away. She was only 52. She had breast cancer. But she did Peaky Blinders, I think, until 2019. And I think she died either last year or the year before. Yeah, so it's kind of like, wow, talk about another amazing talent. If you haven't been watching Peaky Blinders, it's like my new indulgence. I can't wait until June 10th, because I've been watching the episodes all the way, binge watching them. and they won't be releasing season 6 until June the 10th. So I'm like counting down the days. June 10th can't arrive any sooner because I want to see how it ends. Yeah, it was very noir. Exactly. Yeah, the Batman was very noir. It wasn't campy like if you look at the one that they did on TV, that was a very campy Batman. But this one was really dark, and even um, the actor Rob can't talk today, Robert Pattinson, he has just this brooding nature to him, and maybe that's why they cast him in this, because he has a very brooding nature as the vampire, right, in that series. Yeah, so this one is definitely not my favorite Batman as far as Robert Pattinson compared to some of the other Batman that have been out there. I still think Christian Bale's probably my favorite of the Batman. There's so many actors who've played Batman. It's one of those few characters where you can have multiple actors playing in the key role, similar to 007. Let's see, what am I looking for? Oh, 2x2. Yeah, I just think it's interesting. Doctor Who is another one where they can cast multiple actors in the lead role. And Batman is, I guess maybe because he's got a mask on all the time. Like, who is this guy? It could be anybody. Okay, so this is interesting because when you usually put on one of these handlebars, usually you're putting it upright like this. But they want us to put this facing down like this. So that's interesting. That's different. Okay, we'll roll with it. That's what the instructions say. Yeah, it was great talking with More because he asked some really interesting questions about, why I stream, and I was listening to it again, and one of the comments I said, which I still hold is true, is that, people judge themselves based on different measurements of success. And sometimes it's how many viewers you have, or, how many subscribers or followers or what have you. But for me, it's also having that voice, a different voice out in the community. And if I stop, who else is gonna step up and be a voice that's kind of like mine, a little snarky, with attitude. Okay, what am I looking for? I'm looking for a triangle piece. Wow, that's a cool piece. You don't see many of these. Okay, where do they want this? Okay, why am I'm visually challenged right now. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's interesting, because usually you don't leave like an opening, but they want that triangle like that. Okay, if that's what you want, that you shall have. Yeah, Spider-Man 2. Yeah, Tom Holland is by far my favorite Spider-Man. He is also an accomplished gymnast, which is part of the reason why he got cast in that role. And I think I may have said on this stream before that both of my nieces are really accomplished gymnasts. And so when I see some of the old reels, if you go on YouTube, you can find some reels where you see Tom Holland working in the gym, doing his gymnastics routines. That guy is so talented, and he can act too. And that takes a lot of discipline. And that's probably why he does a really good job on the fight scenes and such, because he has that athleticism. So if you saw what I was doing, this is a rounded plate with the bar, and then this is like that handlebar piece. So got some of that going down. Okay, so I'm a little confused here. All right. Oh, I see. It's going underneath. Oh, I think. I'm just double checking here. Okay, what am I missing? Ah, you see how this bracket has a shorter end? So the math works out perfect, so it just fits right in there. That is brilliant. Wow. Okay, so kudos to the designers there. And now we're adding a slope. I think that's right. I hope they're going to cover this up. Like, I hope that's going to have a plate or something. All right, I think we do the other side. Or do we not? We do the other side later. Guess we're doing the other side later. Okay, we'll follow the instructions. Okay, looks like we got this glove clip that's coming out that way. And I'm hesitating because these instructions, this looks tan to me, but I don't see tan, so it must be this light gray. So I'm like, okay, yeah, we're gonna roll with that. Like, what are our other options, right? I feel like I'm missing a piece though. What am I missing? Yeah, it's a grill. And the grill goes, aha. Yeah, like I said, these, all right, let me just show you these instructions. That does not look light gray to me. It looks kind of brownish. It might be my light. In fact, I think it is my light. Hold up. All right, so my light here, you can adjust it orange and blue. Okay, it looks a little more gray there, but it still looks tan to me. Okay. All right, moving right along. I guess we're doing the other side. Is that right? Yeah, looks like we're doing this other side. All right, I actually stepped ahead and did that already. Yeah, I stepped ahead. Shame on me. Okay, so once again, this rounded bar. Where's the rounded clip and bar? There's shadows here. It's like the shadows are interfering with my field of vision. Oh, did I do this already? Yeah, I think I stepped ahead. I stepped ahead. All right. Okay, I can do this now. I can do the bracket piece. All right, we'll be back to the bracket piece. All right, bracket piece, slope. Right, yeah, and then I think we'll put on the ingot and then the grill after that, and then the glove clip. Okay, grill, glove clip, and ingot. All right, there we go. All right, so we have some more clips on the back. I do like that piece. This rounded piece with bar, that is so versatile. You can use it in a lot of different things. We've seen it in a lot of mechs, and looks like they're using it in this motorcycle. It's the rounded piece is what gives it the ability to move. So you have some movement here. If you used a regular, you know, 1x1 squarish one, you wouldn't have that movement. So I can really appreciate when they do something like that. Okay, so this piece is back. And where do they want this? I think they want this here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I think this channel works out perfect for Batman. It's kind of got this dark edge, but not too violent. Not like headbanger stuff. Alright, now I think we're at the wheels again. Yeah, it's got a very Batman feel to this score, this music. Alright, back to the wheels. Okay. Almost, yeah, we're wrapping things up here. Okay, so this one's interesting because we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to add some boat studs underneath. Alright, so make sure I get this the same direction. Because as I mentioned before, I don't like the fact that one side has the pretty spokes and the other one's not so pretty. So we just have to line them up so they're the same on the same side. There we go. That satisfying snap of Lego that we love. Okay, so this is where I was mentioning they want us to put boat studs underneath here. And part of that has to do with this because we added a 1x2, so it's to secure this, because this one's a longer length just by one stud than the other one. I don't technically think you need the second stud, but it probably looks better. Second boat stud. Yeah. Because if you just put one in, even though technically you really only need one, it just looks better with the two. Okay. Alright. What do we have here? Oh, these are the handlebars. That's very clever. Oh, how clever you are, designers. Alright, I'm looking for this 1x2 with a... Alright, why am I having a hard time finding the 1x2 with the clip? It should be dark gray. There it is. Okay. Here's our little... I don't know if it's handlebars or maybe it's his weapon, so it's easily ready. You can grab it, grab his boomerang. I do like the fact that these wider wheels do make these stand up better. So I do like that compared to some of the other motorcycles. Okay. Okay, now we have that Unikitty piece that I was talking about earlier. Inverse. And then we have a 1x3 regular. Oh, interesting. Okay. Alright, so they want us to do this and put on the sticker. So they tell us to put the sticker on first and then put this on, but as you know, I'm not a proponent of that. I'm a proponent of actually putting it together and then putting the sticker on after. Axle. And where's that sticker? Sticker number 2. Yeah, Brick Jedi, try this technique out and let me know what you think. Because I find a little easier to put stickers on, but black on black is tough. You can see I'm just trying to line this up, and yeah. Unlike Lego, where you can just easily take things apart, stickers are not as forgiving, unfortunately. So that's why I'm a little quiet right now. I'm very, very quiet. Like, this is where I need Elmer Fudd here. Be very, very quiet. You got stickers to put on. Okay, that one's a little off. And this is why I like using the axle, because see, I can come in and lift it right up like that. Because that was off by a little bit on the bottom. But yeah, like I said, I'm having a little bit of a rough time because it's black on black, and okay, that's better. There we go. Okay, that's not too bad. You kind of hated the second Tom Holland Spider-Man movie? Oh. Well, I don't know. I liked the Tom Holland movies too because it had a very diverse cast. I think the second movie is when he was introduced to his roommate, right? I don't think he had a roommate in the first one. And MJ, as you know, has African American kinds of heritage, and then we have an Asian sidekick. I'm right about that, right? That the second one, he got the roommate. I think Ned, right? Is his name Ned? Yeah, because I think that was something I really appreciated of having a diverse cast in that whole series. But I still think Tom Holland is the better of the three Spider-Men that we've seen so far. There may be more, because Tom Holland has stated that he plans to do something different once he's done with this Spider-Man gig. Oh, this is cool. Okay, so I put the sticker on the middle. We have these two curved pieces without a sticker, and then we have these on top, these angled pieces. Let's see if I do this right. Yeah, those angled pieces, those are nice. One other thing about black, and you probably have noticed this, it shows your fingerprints really easily, and any kind of like oil you might have on your fingers. So thankfully mine aren't too oily, but I've been known to like start building after I have a bag of chips or something. It's not pleasant. Isn't Ned in the first one too? I don't remember. What I don't like is the idea of Iron Man making killer robots and giving them to a kid and still be considered a good guy. Yeah, Ned's in the first one. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think the character I don't like the most in the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies is Aunt May. I just think she's, and the whole thing with having her hook up with the Iron Man assistant dude. It's just like, where'd that come from? Yeah, they needed an Uncle Ben kind of character, and they made an Aunt May instead, or Aunt May has survived from, I don't know. I just think, yeah. And I'm trying to remember the name of that actress because she won an Academy Award for what was that movie? My Cousin Vinny, and they keep talking about how it's like the bar was set low that year. I'm trying to remember her name. It's like, because I watched that movie and she didn't do a whole lot in that movie, but yet she won an Academy Award. Okay, I think we're still okay. Okay, so now, okay, this is, I think, where the magic happens. We have these two clips, and this is supposed to go here. Okay, I'm gonna set this down because we're, all right. Last time I had, things flying off. Marissa Tomei, yes, thank you. I also saw her in that movie, was it The Wrestler, where she plays a stripper? I'm just thinking, this is an Academy Award winning actress. Can't you get any better parts than this? I don't know. I'm trying to remember. There was a cartoon that made fun of this too. Not that I can do any better than her. Just let's be clear. I'm not, saying this because I could do a better job. Acting is hard work. Believe it or not, it is hard work. I've had to perform in a couple of films because of a student project. And trying to remember your lines and looking at the camera the right way and all of that. Leave that to the professionals. Now this is interesting. This is one of those slope pieces, the curved up slope. It looks kind of like a duck beak, and they're using it for, like, I guess the back of the motorcycle. Ned drops the Lego Death Star in the first one. That's heartbreaking, isn't it? It's like, no! All the Lego people in the audience are going, no! There we go. So that's some really nice shaping there. That's pretty cool. That's a cool technique. And then this goes onto the back. And just like that. Is that right? Let's make sure I got this right. I guess that's right. Because you need to have some studs for Batman to be able to sit there. So, because you have the two studs. Good evening, P.T. McEwen. How are you? We're having a discussion about Batman, Spider-Man, whether or not Spider-Man 2 was worthwhile, characters that we didn't like in Spider-Man. It seems really flimsy. As far as this, yeah, I think something could easily fall off. It's got clutch power just on these two portions connected to this. It doesn't really have any other connection piece, so yeah, I agree with you there. And usually they will secure something down, but that's it. Like, it would break off really easily. I agree with you. Any kind of pressure coming up from this side, it'll definitely fly off. But I think they needed to make room for Batman to sit as well as stand in here. Which, let's test my theory. So, if we want Batman to sit on this. Sorry, I don't think I've seen those films. Oh, the films with me in it? No. I mean, there's a few out there. I'm trying to remember. Santa Rosa Junior College. I think I had one or two lines. I didn't have a lot. It may not have made it to the film festival, so count your blessings. All right, so there's the Batman vehicle, and then here's the Selina Kyle one. So a little smaller. Here, let me zoom out a little. So we have the Batman, Selina Kyle, and then Selina Kyle, for some reason, needs to have a chain in her hand. I don't remember that in the movie. And she also, I think, can fully sit, which is unusual because I think for motorcycles, I think they're usually standing. I don't think they're usually sitting. I'll have to look at that. It's a rad-looking bike, though. Yeah, they're both rad-looking bikes, and I think it has to do with this piece. This one piece that I think is fairly new. But yeah, it's a cool set for $14.99, and it's an intellectual property, and you get two Batman heads instead of just one. and you get, you know, the helmet. Because remember how we were talking about the Thor, not the Thor, the set, the what was the Iron Man mech set that Tony Stark doesn't have a hairpiece. He's like bald. You know? They went through the trouble of giving him a goatee for his face, but they wouldn't give him hair. So, yeah. But this is, yeah, and you could take her hair off and put the helmet on. So she's got safety precautions going down. This is a little bothersome to me that they didn't cover these studs. But I guess I can solve a portion of that by saying one of these chains is here, so I don't know. I don't know why she's carrying a chain. I don't remember that in the movie. Did she have a chain in the movie? I don't think she did. I think they were just, you know, maybe it's a signature move on one of the designers. But these wider wheels with this base that has a lower center of gravity does make it stand a little bit better. So I think that's another plus with these. Now I do want to check my extra pieces. I'm a little concerned. I have an extra 1x3. That's not good. I wonder if it was supposed to be on this back side. I wonder if it was supposed to be a little bit farther up. Okay, let me see. Why do I have an extra 1x3 and I have an extra one of those? That might still be okay, but that's fine, that's fine. The 1x3 is a problem. That isn't too far back. Let's see. I think maybe I was supposed to stack two of them together. So here's one. Yeah, 1x3. And then here's the other one. I don't see it stacked again. Ah, maybe it's here. No, no, because that is this part with the rounded, and then you have these. Okay, I don't know. It looks like I got an extra 1x3. Oops, oh no. Hold up. The one thing about this microphone is you hear everything. So we're back. We've got this. The one thing too is that these really fly off the table if they're upright. I guess that's what they're supposed to do. Well, I don't know. I'm looking for this extra 1x3, and we counted the pieces from the other one. Let me see if there was supposed to be a 1x3 somewhere else. I don't think so. It seems like an obvious piece. Here, I'll move this back in a frame so you can see. I'm looking, but maybe they put in an extra 1x3. But I thought I followed the instructions. Yeah, I don't see a second one. I think we got an extra. That happened to me with the haunted house, like an extra 1x3 brick. Okay, all right, good. I'm glad it's not just me, but I'm looking at these, you know, base instructions. I'm looking for the 1x3 usage. I think we have an extra. That doesn't happen very often. Usually they're pretty precise because, you know, every piece costs money, and a 1x3 is not that common. So to put an extra 1x3, hopefully somebody's job isn't on the line for that. I've heard some people say Lego can be, even though it's a, you know, a cool place to work, because, you know, you get to work with some amazing designers and such. There are some constraints you have to work under. Okay, so once again, step 25, there's only one of those 1x3s. And step number 30, it says one, just one of those. So I think we have a spare. Yeah, because there's no 1x3s here. Yep, I'm calling it a spare, unless, are there more instructions? Nope. No, that's it. The Batman. All right. So for those of you who came in late, this set also comes with a glow-in-the-dark bat signal. I actually turned the lights down and it kind of glows. I think you need actually some blue light to shine on it to make it really glow. This also has this little play feature, which doesn't make any sense because if you're shining the bat signal up to Batman, why do you need an attached bat boomerang and a, you know, hook, grappling hook? Doesn't make sense. I don't get that. I think it's kind of neat. It would make sense if it was in Batman's lair, but the bat signal is what Gordon uses, right? To call the Batman. So you can harpoon Batman while he's flying in the sky. Exactly. Why would you do this? And pull him down. Right. Yeah, and then once he's down, then you grab the boomerang and smash him with it. I don't know. It's very weird. I don't know what they were thinking with this part. Maybe they just needed extra pieces. Like, we need to get it to 149. What can we do? Let's add a grappling hook, couple studs, and a gun, and that'll do it. I just know, that's so weird. And we were talking earlier about the sticker, that sometimes when you put a round sticker on, it's better to put the piece in place first and then put the sticker on. But in this case, it won't matter because it's attached to a pin, and the pin is actually attached to the middle of these tubes. So it has a free float to it, so you can see it spins pretty easily. So as long as you line it up. And I have not used any Windex. I used the axle method on all my stickers, which seemed to work pretty well, but I did have, you know, because it's black on black, these were harder to put on. But thank you, Taro, for saying this. That made me laugh. Like, okay, Batman, come on down and get you in my sight so I can harpoon you. Yeah, that's pretty funny. But this 1x3, this extra 1x3 is really weird. I think that's fine if we have an extra T-bar. We have an extra little handlebar. And this is the hair for Selina. Those are pretty much the extra pieces. And I agree with you that this piece on the back, I took it off just to see if there was another 1x3 that was supposed to go there, but it does look pretty flimsy for Lego standards. Usually they secure something down, but that's only being held by 2 studs. So you better hope you got good clutch power there. I think it's interesting too that there's they use this kind of a duckbill piece, and there's another 2 studs, so technically you could have another character riding on the back. So, you know, we could put another character there if we wanted to. Windex. Yeah, there's some people who put Windex, which is a cleaner solution, like a household cleaner solution. I don't know if they have it in Finland. And then what you do is you take a Q-tip and you put the Q-tip in the cleaner, and then you wipe it onto the tile, and then you put your sticker on, and it gives you enough wiggle room that you can adjust it. But this one is also a translucent tile, or I'm sorry, a sticker. And if you use Windex, it could make it cloudy, so you kind of want to avoid that too. But my method is the axle method. I like using axles, long axles, because it gives you a little more leverage, and because of the axle ridges, your sticker attaches to just a small portion of this, and it gives you a chance to roll back and forth. So that's what I've been doing. But yeah, so there you go. I would say if you're a Batman fan, you would love this. And I just love the fact that it has the Selina Kyle minifig. You get 2 heads for the Batman instead of just the one. But there's no hair for the Batman, so I guess that's kind of a trade-off. Because you have the cowl, you have the hair for Selina, you have the helmet for Selina, and you have an extra head. Maybe this was also a problem too, Because I don't know, this head also looks like an aging head, because I think it's got wrinkles in there. What is that? Yeah, so it's kind of, I don't know, that's the other head. The one that's in the cowl. Oh yeah, it's an angry one. So, but I don't know, that, why would you put a two-headed extra head in there without hair? Because the beauty of this is you get to see these wonderful expressions, but if the cowl was over it, it would be pointless. But then if you take the cowl off, you have a bald Batman. So there was some poor planning there. You want to get this set now? It's a good price and has 2 minifigs. Yes, and the extra head. Yeah, it's definitely a good price, and it's Batman, and you get, this is one of the reasons why I got this set, is I wanted a bat signal, because I don't have a bat signal. So, and this is supposed to be glow in the dark. I shut the lights off earlier and it kind of glowed, but I think you really get the pop if you use a blue light or a black light with it. So I might have to invest in one of those. But I'm going to put this behind where my little Batman altar is here. And I'm thinking about taking this off. Like, what's the point? You know, why did they do this? In fact, this is mine now, so I am going to do that. So for those of you who are purists, I'm sorry. I know I'm destroying the set, but this I think will look better. I just need a 1x2 dark gray plate. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to put it with my other Batman things. So I decided to, in fact, I want to ask the chat this. I want to get the Batman mosaic, but I kind of think, I don't know if people want to actually watch me put that together. There are purists out there. Oh no! Yes, there are. There are some sticklers out there who say, the set is not correct because you've not put it together properly. I'm looking for my dark gray 1x2s. I know I have a bunch. I have more than enough in here somewhere. So let me ask you, I'm thinking about getting the Batman, there's the Batman, Joker, and Harley Quinn, and the Batman mosaic. And so I'm thinking about getting those. Just one. If I were to just do the one, I would just do the Batman. If I were to do two, and here's my thought. I was thinking if I get the two, you can do the Batman with Catwoman one. And then if you get the three, then the model is the full Batman, kind of with the torso, which looks pretty amazing. I mean, they all look pretty amazing, but I'm kind of leaning towards getting two. But I don't know if anybody would want to watch me build that. That's kind of like putting a mosaic together is, you know, not the most interesting thing, at least in my mind. Okay, well, this is my mock, so I think I'm going to replace... I can't find my dark gray, which I know I have a bunch of them. I'm not sure why. Oh, wait a minute. Is this dark gray? This is chocolate brown. So I think I'm just going to replace it with black. Yeah, we're just going to replace both sides with black. I bought pieces for Detective's Office through Bricklink and replaced some parts. I bet purists would hate that. Yeah, yeah, there are some out there that are just like, oh, how dare you? That's blasphemous. Like, really? You're upset about that? I mean, maybe black on black is too much black, but why not? Let's do this. Do I need a brick separator? No. Nails are good enough. Okay, there we go. And we're going to put this on here. Yeah, so much better. I mean, this whole thing, it's like, what was the point of that? You know? And even looking at this, I'm not even sure if you even need that extra. You could probably even drop it down. I don't even think you need those 1x2s. I thought you needed it for the clearance, but maybe not. And with like all of the modulars, I've mixed the minifigs a lot. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I think that some people, they want things exactly the way Lego had designed them. But in my mind, it's like, it's your set. It's, you bought it, you paid for it with your money. Make it the way you want it. Okay, so you can see that I've changed this out. Trying to hide this red. This red's annoying me. So, but I think we need that because of the pins. Yeah, yeah, we need that. But I think I like this better. Just classic black. We didn't have to add a 1x2. It still has enough motion, and it's the bat signal. And this is just, it makes no sense at all. So I'm just going to say, I don't know what the designer was thinking, but whatever, you know. It's just very weird. I was going to suggest taking off the extra weapon thing. It looks a lot more clean now. Yes, exactly. Okay, so we all think alike, right? Doesn't that look so much better? And I mean, if you want to take it another step, then even this, you know, I don't know if this should stay, or maybe this goes onto something more square. I don't know. Maybe the round is fine. Or maybe we plate this over or tile this over. Firehouse HQ. I removed all the Ghostbusters stuff and replaced it with actual fire station stuff. Yeah, exactly. And I think one of the things that's interesting, I had this conversation when I was talking to More, is that people think it takes a lot of effort to mock something, when in reality it's kind of making it individualized. You know, you do that with clothing all the time. You buy clothes and then you mix and match things the way you like them. Why wouldn't you do that with Lego too? So anyway, so we agree the clean bat signal is much better. This I'm going to put behind me. You probably, when I go to full screen, you'll see that behind me I have a lot of Batman stuff. You've just opened my package. Thanks so much. You love them. You're too kind. Oh, I'm so glad. You're at a good time. I'm going to full screen anyway. So behind me is what I call my little altar. And Zach, if you're still here, I rearranged this because it used to be these two were together. And then I found this set of drawers, these 3 drawers. And I said, oh, you know what? I could put that here. And then my sign actually kind of creates a bridge between the two, the on-air sign. So it's all the pieces are still in the same area. And then I found up top, you see my Scooby-Doo? Well, the Scooby-Doo I bought when I was in Arizona. And then the BB-8 was actually behind the set, or the drawers. So I was able to put them up there. So yeah. Did some rearranging. But the other thing I wanted to mention is here's my like little altar. So I have this Batman brick. What do they call them? This is the one that there's a guy, there's a designer who started a brick sketch. So these brick sketches. I have this Batman flask I found at like a store that I just thought was really cool. I think it's actually a vase. And then this is my bat duck that I made for the Women's Brick Initiative. And then back here is Pandy Panda. And since Matthew's on the call, he sent this to me from England. And this is, as you can see, the logo right here. It's based on that character, and he even has a little a little microphone. Super cute. Chris McVeigh, yes, that's right, Chris McVeigh. So I was looking at this. The other thing that's on my altar is I got this as a gift from Tricky Bricks. This is a Hello Kitty as a pirate. And I recently found this since I dressed up like a Jawa on May the Clutch Be With You. I found this little Jawa pin. So I put this up here. So my thought is, okay, you see that blank square? I thought if I get just one of the Batman mosaics, one will fit in there perfectly. If I get the two with the Batman and the Catwoman, it might be better over there. You see how I have my Batman cut out? So I don't know, I'm playing around with some ideas. So, but it goes back to the question, is that something I've never really streamed a mosaic before. I just think, I don't know, it might be interesting. Maybe. Maybe if I just do one, the one by, or the one that comes in the package, the Batman, because that would fit perfectly right there. I've seen a lot of different streamers, they put mosaics behind them. And I thought, that could be my first mosaic, is to put the Batman behind me. So just, I don't know, what are your thoughts? I've done the brick sketches on here. I've done modulars. I'm going to be working this Sunday on Twitch on the 3-in-1 medieval castle. So I'm going to be starting on that because Matthew and I are working on a collab for Bricks by the Bay. So I'm going to build the castle, and then I'm going to mod it to the second version of the castle and then extend it because it will look better with what we're trying to do with the collab. But so anyway, I'm going to ask the chat again. Should I stream a mosaic, or is that something that's probably better off stream? Because I'm thinking I might, instead of a mosaic, there's that new set, the Starry Night, the Picasso Starry Night. That might be better for streaming. Okay. Well, not seeing a lot of feedback from the chat, so I may have to go with my gut. It's like, don't stream a mosaic. Just maybe what I'll do is I can stream a portion of it, or I can record it. That's what I'll do. I think I can record it, and then I can, fast forward through it, right? Do a kind of speed play. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. But anyway, we got an extra grappling hook and boomerang. That set would be better. Yeah, the Starry Night set, yeah, I think so too. And actually, maybe the Starry Night would look good right there. I'm just trying to think what I should put there. Or maybe I need to do my own mosaic. That's maybe what I do, is I do my own mosaic as a mock, and then maybe use the set as an inspiration, but then buy the pieces to create a second one that would go there. I don't know. Thinking out loud. Thinking out loud right now. But anyway, thanks again for hanging out with me for the last couple hours. We just made the Selina Kyle and the Batman motorcycle pursuit. So you get 2 motorcycles in there, 2 minifigs. You get the bat signal. This is the part that I'm really excited about. So this is going on my altar. So that's going right there. So I got now the bat signal there. And yeah, I would say $14.99, that's a steal. That is a steal. And I think the Selina Kyle minifig can only be had in this set. So I would say go ahead and go get that. It's a fun build. You can see we did this over the last couple hours. Your logo as a mosaic would be cool. Oh, that's a great idea. The only thing is I couldn't do the writing, but maybe I just do the panda maybe in a circle with black around the edges. Ooh, I like that idea, Brick Jedi. That would be awesome. That would be dope, huh? To put my logo in a mosaic right there. Oh, that's a great idea. Okay. You guys are marketing people. This is great. Okay, as a reminder, okay, so today's Thursday. Saturday at 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern, I want to say 3 p.m. GMT, 4 p.m. CET, and midnight AEST. I tried to put all of the time zones in. It's on the Discord server. We are having a Zoom meeting where we're going to talk some more about this Brick Scouts idea. And the Brick Scouts, in the month of June, we're making 4 boxes, 4 Lego boxes, 6x6 size, that you can open up and then put a little note in there. It says play well, keep or rehide, and hashtag the Brick Scouts, or just Brick Scouts. hashtag Brick Scouts, and post it on Instagram, and then we'll see what happens. We'll see if people find it and they say, oh my God, I found this cool box, thank you, and I decided to pay it forward, but I'm going to take a photo, and then it keeps going. I mean, we'll see where it goes. But that's the first thing we're doing in the month of June. And we have somebody who is a graphic designer who is working on digital badges. So just like you get a badge when you're in the Scouts, then we would be doing it that way too. I'm going to turn this music off now that we're done with the Batman. Now that we're done with the Batman build. Yeah, so we're doing this in the month of June, and then the meeting on June 30th will be like a recap and see where this goes. We'll see what happens, and then we'll come up with the next idea sometime in the middle of June so people can prepare for July. And once a month, we're going to do something different to just like leave Lego in the wild, more or less, something like that. We'll see. We'll see how things go. But anyway, thanks again, everybody. You are awesome. Really love the interaction and all your support and all your great ideas. And the Brick Scouts wouldn't have come about if it wasn't for this chat and people being here and sharing their ideas. So thank you again. It's been awesome. Happy birthday, Matthew. Enjoy your day. Brick Jedi, thank you, Taro Knutinen. Also, Zach Martinez, PT McEwen. Everybody who's been hanging out in the chat today, really appreciate you all. And Max Braun, of course, you were here for a while as well. And Vicarious Brickstress, hopefully I caught everybody. Thank you again for hanging out with me. And feel free, like I said, go to my Discord server, go to the Facebook page, and you'll get the Zoom information from there. And if you want to come in and check it out, and we'll chat some more about what we're planning to do. We wanted to have 2 different meetings so that we could hit as many time zones as we could. So anyway, I hope to see you Saturday, 7 a.m. on Zoom. And then on Sunday at 1 o'clock, I'll be back. I will probably do a Brickanista on the Move episode. I'm still kind of up in the air about that. And then on Twitch at 9 o'clock, I'll be working on the Medieval Castle. And all of that information's on the Discord server under schedule. And I'm going to be doing a better job trying to keep that up to date. So anyway, thanks again. Hope you have a great day. And if, as they say, oh, before I do that, I should always say, please remember to like the stream. Like and subscribe. And as they say on the Brickanista Broadcast Network, may the clutch be with you. Take care. Bye.